really proud of our guys. So, man, we had some huge strides since our last couple games, and I'm just crushed for them. Crushed for them that it didn't turn out and win for all their effort.
Rick Barnes complimented Aaron Neesmith and his emotion and all that, how distraught he was in the handshake line. What do you think about that emotion? Is that a good thing? Is that something that can lead to some leadership?
Aaron's a stud. Again, he has every attribute that you want in your leader, that you want in someone on your basketball team. And so, he wasn't the only guy crying. There's a lot of guys crying because, we thought we deserved this game. We thought there were some things that happened, obviously that were out of our control for us winning. And, boy, they fought all game. I was really proud of them.
Did you get a look at the flagrant foul?
A little bit. I know there's a protocol, so, I'll just talk about our players right now and just say, how proud I am of them, again, for fighting through a lot of adversity and still coming back and having chances to win.
What do you tell your team after a game like this? What do you tell them? How do you...
Yeah, we had a great moment. A lot of guys crying in there. And, we're really young, and there's just no getting around it. Our leading scorers tonight are 2 freshmen and a sophomore. And I don't think they played a freshman 1 minute tonight. So, this is a building time. This is a bonding time. And we all wanted to win, but how we bonded tonight and how we bonded in that locker room, you got to go through stuff like this. It makes you tougher. It makes you better. It makes you more hungry. And, again, I think that locker room was the closest we've been all season.
Did you ask for a review, I think, where Saban got fouled again under your basket where you were?
I did. I wanted to go to the monitor, and, the reply was, they didn't need to go to the monitor right then.
Coach, another close loss at home. What do you guys need to do to kind of finish some of these out?
Yeah, I'm just going to talk about the positives right now. So, our guys busted their tail. And, we had a defensive rebound up 6. Unfortunately, it didn't bounce our way, after that. But in overtime, we fought back. We easily could have collapsed. We fought back and still had a chance to win in overtime.
You said you had a good moment in the locker room. Did anyone other than you, like a player, speak up, say anything in that moment?
They were speaking a lot during huddles. Obviously they're really disappointed, but the fire and the emotion we got from them is what we've been pushing towards, what we've been working towards, and now we got to keep it, as we move forward.
Had a different starting lineup, did some things different offensively. Is that stuff you've been thinking about and working toward, or did those changes all come in the last 3 days?
Again, we were built as a drop-back pass team, and so a lot of our players were in those roles, and we've had some actions that go to more like a wishbone, put in football sense, and so now we're kind of switching to more like a wishbone deal. So, we played, 2 bigs tonight, which was different. I thought they did a really good job. I thought they shared the ball well, and I thought obviously we made shots. When you make shots, your offense looks a lot better.
Bryce, they always say you don't let a game beat you twice. You got to put this one behind you. Get to Oklahoma on Saturday. How do you do that?
If I knew that exact answer, like I wouldn't be coaching, I'd be speaking across the country, making a lot of money doing that. So, it boils down, I think, to we have 48 hours or so to rebuild, I guess to learn, to rebuild, and then to prepare. Prepare. And so there's a lot we have to do these next couple of days. But the first thing is going to be, keeping these guys positive, keeping them upbeat, because it is devastating. Obviously they wanted to win, and they played well enough to win.
Rick Barnes said your program is along the same path as he is, just younger. A few years ago is where his was. Did he mention that to you about that path? And can you see his point that you're young now, you can grow into what they are?
Well, as a coach, I see our youth every day in practice. I see it. You see it in games. I thought some of our guys grew up tonight. I thought some of our guys, mistakes that they made earlier in the year, it didn't phase them. It didn't phase their body language tonight. And again, we've been working not just on the X and O's, we've been working on, the manhood and the attitude. And that's probably one of my biggest fulfillments tonight is we saw guys overcome some adversity and still stay the course and play well. And that's what we're striving for.
How satisfied were you with the kind of the compete level and the energy from the team? It seemed like they were kind of playing with just a little bit of extra edge, a little bit of extra motivation.
Yeah, again, this is a very physical team. We out-rebounded them tonight. It's a great compliment, to our guys fighting. And, I think some guys are feeling more comfortable. Aaron Neesmith is a freshman, but he's starting to play much more mature. Yanni Wetzel never played Division I in his life. He's starting to feel more comfortable out there. And so as these guys feel more comfortable, you know, obviously the next step we're all waiting for is, you know, to close it out and get a win.
Bryce, one of the wrinkles to your offense was a lot of kick-ins to the post and some kick-outs on that. Can you talk specifically about that wrinkle tonight?
Yeah, our post did a really good job passing back and forth. And then Saban did a really good job when they were switching some actions. You know, he made some threes and made them pay for switching. So at the end of the day, when you make shots, when you take care of the ball, you know, when you pass it better, when you get a better quality shot, you end up making more.
Is he starting to see the floor better? It seems like more of the times when he drives, it used to be just layups. He seems like he's kicking it out of it.
You know, it's 7 assists, 2 turnovers. He would not have had that 2 weeks ago. And so I think you see major improvement, you know, from him in that area. I think you see major improvement in our guys just knowing, being more comfortable with each other, sharing the ball better. And again, you know, we're encouraged because we played, you know, a lot better, but, you know, obviously we're disappointed it didn't go our way.
So did you see this type of performance coming, or did this surprise you that they took the big step tonight?
You know, for 2 weeks we've been practicing well. Our energy's good, and you know, our energy's not stopping. You know, we're moving forward. We're striving. We got a vision as we move forward, and we got some great people that we can build around. And again, we like where our culture's at. You know, that next step is just getting that maturity and closing out some games.
Tennessee obviously put a lot of fans in the stands, but Vanderbilt fans kind of were pretty loud for, you know, from a lot of the game. How much did that kind of fuel your energy and feeling, you know, like this gym kind of has been in the past?
Yeah, you know, it was obviously the crowd was fantastic. You know, obviously we liked it when their fans were a little more quiet during some of those stretches. And, you know, unfortunately, just didn't go our way, but our fans were awesome, proud of them, thank them for coming out and being there for us.
They had to get an extraordinary effort from Grant Williams to win that game. You just have to tip your cap to a guy on a night like that? Or?
You know, you got to pick your poison. You know, they surrounded him. You know, they subbed in a lot, put a lot of shooters around him. And, you know, usually, you know, every game he usually gets 2 charges a game. And so, you know, when it came down to it, we were still kind of having the lead. So we didn't want to switch everything we were doing because our guys were comfortable in what we were doing. And, you know, if he misses 4 of those free throws, maybe it changes things. You know, if we can get 1 stop in there, you know, that changes things.
Coach, you guys got 15-2 early. When you call it timeout, did any players, I guess, in the huddle kind of take ownership and kind of take over in a way to lead the
You know, it was collective tonight. A lot of guys are talking in huddles. And, you know, I mean, success breeds success. And so if you start to make good plays, you feel better. You feel like more authority to talk and to say things. And, you know, we're striving for breakthrough. You know, once we get breakthrough, we're fun to see how these guys react.
Any more for Coach?